That's the one I need. There we go. Hi, guys. Hold on. There we go. And then I should have... I don't have my little thing in the corner. Hold on. Just a second. I want to have a little GIF in the corner. Ow, my ankle. I want to have a little GIF in the corner just so it's, if it's like a low thing, YouTube doesn't bug out, because YouTube for live streams, for some reason, if you have just like a static stream for too long, YouTube buffers itself, and I don't want to deal with that. But hi, it's another late night stream. So I'm gonna be like not talking as loud as I normally do. If that bothers you or you guys can't hear me, like, let me know. Also, my air conditioning is on in the background. But I have a big day planned today, and my sleep schedule's wrecked. So I'm like, I'm not gonna get the video done today I wanted, like for tomorrow. And so I'm like, I'll just stream now. My back is dying, and my pen is dead, and so... When I say dead, it's not broken, it just needs to charge. Where the hell's my little... Did I put it in stream junk? I mean, you guys can't see anything right now, you're just looking at the screen, but... Yep, I did, okay. Just so it's a little something, like, you know. There we go. I'll just put that right there. Ugh. Oh, my back. Yeah, because... Oh, fuck my thing. I have to, like... go to the post office. I have to mail out a store order. I actually got a store order. I'm like really, I was really happy. I don't have a lot on my online store. And I haven't gotten orders in like months. And so... Oh, I can, but my back is also killing me. I've kind of overdone it. That sounds so bad to say, but, I bit off way more than I can chew this summer. Hi, how you doing? Hi. I don't normally stream at this time. But because of that, I've been like really overworking myself trying to get stuff done. Because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do that I can't publicly post. Like, there's a lot of stuff I do for Patreon. I have a lot of zine stuff that I bit off way more than I could chew for. I had the con prep stuff, and I can't post any of that. I also have a couple of things I'm actually legally under NDA about that I can't talk about. And so I was like, and then on top of that, I still have the commissions I owe people. So I've just been, this has been a summer. And I just wanted to, you know, have a cool chit-chat stream, hang out and junk. It's been a while since I've done one. Or at least feels like it is. I know I did one like earlier in the month, but I was also working then. And like, I have this weird thing. It's why I like, this sounds bad, but I like streaming on the website that rhymes with itch when I have to get work done over YouTube, because when I'm like really in the zone, I don't talk. It is so hard for me to like draw and chat, unless I'm drawing like, you know, little BS things here and there. I don't know if you saw the drawing of Dot. I just wanted to say sorry for forgetting to draw her hand markings. I only realized it just now. Oh, it's no problem, Shenzibel. Did you tag me in it, or was it on Artfight? Because recently I've gotten a couple of fan arts of Dot, and I love them. I love all the fan arts. I'm not trying to sound egotistical. I love when people draw my characters, and I just think they're all great, because a couple of people have been drawing her, like, as the meme that she is, and that makes me really happy. I listen to your videos, I work on commissions and personal art, love your videos. Oh, thank you. Recently I've actually, when I've been working, I'm an official critter. I got into Critical Role. I put on Artfight and mentioned you on Twitter as well. I'll have to go back and see, but if it's on Artfight, I definitely saw it. It's no big deal if you forgot her hand markings. Her hand marking... Dot's weird. Dot's weird, because the species she is in total tangent. I'll go back to Critical Role in a minute. But I didn't make the type of mermaid that she is. I designed her. I did design her, but it was after the Zodiac Lord he did a really big mermaid series on his DeviantArt and his Patreon. Totally check him out. Like, I know he's my bro, but his art's really fucking good too. And he did this like whole mermaid series going about the his world's the story's called Heaven Proxies, and that's the story that we are not the story. That's the Heaven Proxies world, because he doesn't have a name for the world yet. That's the world we're playing our campaign in, and so I remember being like, I really wanted a mermaid. I really wanted a mermaid, and I wanted the mermaid to be the strong person. But because mermaids can't, like, originally I wanted to play a guy, but mermaids in that world don't exist. They only have hermaphroditic mermaids for them, and then normal mermaids, because I actually think I like this. Morgan made it to where their god is an asshole. Like, the mermaid god, I'm pretty sure his name is said Alec or Alk. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but he is like a grade A asshole, to the point where he is a like literal peacock merman, and to him, because he is the god of mermaids, he's like, no, there can only be one emperor and one male, because I'm that cocky. Yeah, and so I remember, like, when I did that, I was like, okay, I want a mermaid, but I didn't want a normal mermaid. I wanted a strong one, so I had to make Dot hermaphroditic, and which is great, just because, like, you know, mermaids don't really care about gender, like, in that world. They really don't. But because of that, I remember I had the idea where I'm like, okay, I want to make her a fluffy one, but if she's traveling, she has to cut her hair all the time, and the design just came to me. But then I saw how all the other designs for the mermaids of that world are, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta give you, like, so many fucking markings and shit, and I, like, didn't know what to do, because with the Arctic mermaids, which is what Dot is, they're based off of whales and the Arctic, and, like, all of them are monochromatic. And not black monochromatic, they're gray. They're grays and whites. And so I remember it being a challenge, being like, okay, how do I make this work without it being too weird? Which is why on her outfit, when I designed her outfit, after I designed her, I gave her the splash of color with the little pink top and her little rose gold buttons. They are technically supposed to be rose gold. People have drawn them as normal gold, but I'm really not that picky to where I'm like, okay, you know, it's gold. It doesn't matter. They're shiny. But I did make her her anchor, her giant anchor, if she was ever to get in a fight. She doesn't carry it with her. It's at the circus stuff. That is a giant rose gold, like, dipped anchor. So, yeah, little thing on that. But while I've got your attention there, hey there, hey, how you doing? Nice. It's 4 a.m. for me on a Tuesday. I'm also really excited, though, because of all the stuff I have to do. I finally get my Fire Emblem copy. Actually, I should totally check on that, but not check on it in here, because I am not dumb. Let me have my little... Because I'm not going to fucking dox my address. Where is OBS? There he is. Wait, what's happening? Haven't been keeping up lately. What's happening with what? Aw, Pooh, are you serious? Why are you arriving Wednesday now? You were supposed to be arriving early. Cry. At least now I have the tracking. Now I have the proper tracking numbers, so... Yeah, whatever. Fucking, there we go. Oh, that's why. It's at my goddamn post office. I hate my fucking post office, guys. Oh god, no. Not what I wanted. No, go back to my little... No, where's my stream deck? There it is, my live dashboard. There we go. Yeah, it's Tuesday for me, but it's also 4 a.m. because I haven't gone to sleep. Let's see. While you do live streams this late, it's in the morning for me. Not normally, but my sleep schedule is currently, like, hardcore ruined. Sorry, I don't want to do this, but BRB, real quick, I have to go to the bathroom. Enjoy the beautiful ASMR of my air conditioning in the background while I'm gone. I will be right back. Okay. Alrighty. Now let me try to mess with, I believe it's the gain, right? I'll put a little heart. That should make it better. Alright guys, is that better? Worse? Let me know. Oh yeah, but I wanted to talk about earlier about how I got into Critical Role. If you guys have questions, let me turn that down. If you guys have questions and stuff you want me to like answer, yeah, just all you have to do is at me, like at no stupid thing, just at me, so I can like it'll be highlighted and then have like question be in like all caps and then your question, just so that way it's easier to look. Also, I do apologize. I did not realize the air conditioning was like that bad until I was on the toilet, and I'm like, I wonder how bad the air conditioning actually is. And oh my god, was that bad? And I am sorry. I do apologize. That was really bad. But yeah, no. Recently, while I've been working on everything because I'm just slowly suffering, I've been listening to Critical Role. I'm on campaign 2. I just skipped campaign 1. I know. People are going to destroy me, but I skipped campaign 1. I got right into campaign 2, and I really got into it because of the fan art. Like, because I remember when I first tried to get into it, I thought it was kind of boring because it was the first episode of campaign 2, and I remember being like 20 minutes in, and I'm like, they're not even doing the game yet. What is going on? Like, why do people like this so much? But then I gave it another chance, and I realized that was all like really important stuff. They were doing like their sponsors, they were talking, and I'm yawning. But once you got past that, I'm like, oh shit, they just go right into the game, and I really like it. I'm hooked. I consider myself an official critter, even though I'm a whole campaign behind, and I'm not bouncing campaigns. I can't do that when it comes to stories. I'm the same way with books. Like, shows I'm okay with. Shows are a little different, but when it comes to like books that are stories like that, because I know they're really long and they're like 4 hours long, what I like doing is I like throwing it in the background and working and listening to that. But because of that, I can't do any other D&D campaigns. Like, my husband right now really got into Adventure Zone. He never really got into it, and I never really got into it. And so like we tried, like he tried listening to Critical Role and I tried listening to Adventure Zone, and we're both like, ugh, it's hard. It's hard to bounce back and forth. I gotta go to Denver tomorrow. Oh, you don't seem happy about that. Is that a bad thing that you're going to Denver? Or you're just not like traveling? Do you have any advice for setting up a Patreon for writing? Not exactly, because my Patreon is for my art and for YouTube. It's a lot easier for me that way. I know that people do have Patreons for writing, but I would have to say probably like be really good with Google Docs. I hate Google Docs, but I know it's really easy to send people files with Google Docs. So also just probably look up on YouTube, probably look up like writing Patreon tips or something like that, because my stories, none of them are really written out besides Ticks and Turns. And Ticks and Turns is written out, but it's not typed up yet. And it's not going to be typed up until probably, if I play my cards right, winter of this year. If I get like enough of my work done. Because on top of burning the candle at both ends for San Japan, yawn again, I'm also working on a lot of stuff for October. September is probably going to be pretty sparse. It's not going to be like absent, but I'm probably only going to do like one video a week. Like lately I've been trying to do like two, kind of. Like if I can swing it, I like doing a speed paint and then a topic-y talky video. Or a challenge or something, just, you know, just as something. So But for September, I'm going to stick to just my weekly videos. My weekly videos, maybe a live stream here and there with friends if, like, I'm feeling up to it. Or the Patreon live stream, which the Patreon live stream isn't happening this month. I did the call already with my patrons. We just hung out yesterday and we played Cards Against Humanity and just chit-chatted. But, yeah, I'm, like, going to spend all that time to, like, go ham in October because I have a lot planned in October because October is also, like, my anniversary for getting out of an abusive situation, my wedding anniversary, and it's my favorite time of year. So I have a lot planned that I want to do in October, and I'm doing stuff in advance to do that. And so because of that, I'm planning to probably also have November, which is mine and my husband's birthday month, also be a work ham month so I can get some stuff out in Christmas time so I can, like, actually take a break around Christmas and New Year's. Because I really want to take, like, a week off in, like, at the end of December to where it's, like, you know, like Christmas and New Year's. Because I love the holidays. Halloween is my favorite holiday, but my favorite season is winter. Because I live in California and we don't really have a fall. I don't get to really experience the lush browns. It goes from, like, boiling to overcast, and I love overcast, and I love the seasonal foods and everything, so that's, like, my plan, so I can, like, have, like, a week off to, like, just chill, bring in the new year. Question, how long do your commission drawings... What? Oh, how many hours does it take? It depends on the commission. If it's a simple, what I like to do is lately I've had to put a lot of commissions on a lot. Pretty much all my commissions have been on the back burner for San Japan because this is a very big con that I've been working towards, and I've already let the commissioners know. I'm slowly sending out refunds. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my due diligence. But it's itchy nose. It depends. What I like to do to help me get through them faster is I like to have a sketching day, an inking day, and a finishing day. And I try to do anywhere between, depending on how complex it is, because I actually have a few that are really complex right now. Like, I have 3 in the works that are multiple characters. 2 of them are 4 characters each, and the other one is, I believe, 7? Could be 6. I have to check back with my email. But those are going to take a long-ass time, obviously. But when it's something simple, when it's like a headshot, if it's a headshot or a bust, I can usually, if it's not too complicated, I can usually pump that out in like 30 minutes. But that's because I've been doing it so long that I've practiced it. Now, if it's like a full body with a character in complex armor interacting with another character in complex armor, that's going to take a while. So it really does depend. But I would say anywhere between, depending on how complex it is, anywhere between 30 minutes to like 8 hours. Which is very drastic, but I get commissioned for lots of things. So it's not just like A, B, and C. So I hope that that helps you out. But I've also been doing it a long time, which is why I can be relatively fast. Do you have any advice for selling at Artist Alley? Well, I have my video, but some things. First of all, obviously, get a seller's permit. Get a seller's permit. Learn about the taxes of your state and or country, because I don't know where you're from, because that is also very important. A lot of people are getting in trouble with the IRS and in other countries because they'll do cons and they don't tax their con money. They just tax their like online store income. And now the IRS is like really kicking back on that. So you got to be careful and see what your like tax increase is. Because legally, and I have to say this legally, I can't give tax advice because it is different everywhere else. And, you know, legally the people who can give you tax advice are tax accountants. But from what I've learned in California, last I checked, it was anywhere between 20 and 30%. So when working at a con, all of the money you're going to make, you got to cut at least, I would say 30, better safe than sorry, because if you have more saved than not, then you just have some savings than it just taking to the government. But you have to tax that because if they find out, you can get in a lot of trouble, and you can just owe back taxes, where they'll be like, okay, well, you made XYZ and you never incomed it. Now you have 3 months to make like $8,000 or something, which is why you need to do that. You need to have your tax money set aside. And on top of that tax money, okay, you have your tax money set aside, then you have to have your money that you put into your equipment, because that is a tax write-off in most countries and states. Again, you gotta check with someone. They're different all over. But that's money that you have to put into that, because you have to invest money to have the money. So your overall income is still really good. You can still make a profit, but it's not the flat amount. Like, there was an artist I met at San Japan who she told me that she made, I'm not going to say who it is because I don't think that's right, but at San Japan, she told me she made like 10 grand. And good for her. I'm very proud. But she was tabling alone, and she privately funds all of her own books, and her hotel fare, and her food fare, and her gas and travel, and all the supplies needed on top of the time making the art. So when she was telling me this, realistically, and then on top of that with the taxes, she still made really, really, really good money. But she didn't make a flat 10 grand at all. And, like, that's a big problem with Artist Alley, which is why a lot of big artists are like, I'm not going to tell people how much I made because they get M&A. And, you know, it is true. No one is entitled to know how much money you make, like, at all. Like, no one, there's no reason for that. But I do think that artists should be honest with people trying to get into it, because when I was at San Japan last year, I made $1,000. I made a flat $1,000, which covered my airfare, my hotel, my food, on all the merch I invested in. But with everything taking out, because of the stuff, because I overinvested because I didn't know what I was doing. So realistically, yeah, I made $1,000, but profit, I only made around like maybe $400, like, because of all the money I had to invest in it. And so, oh, hey Bree, how you doing? But that being said, the money that I had for that 1,000, I put back into investing into myself. So I didn't just spend it all on fun money. You know, but the thing is too, with San Japan, I didn't know what I was doing. Right now, I know what I'm doing, so I'm hoping to make more than that. But again, you never know. But I hope that helps. Like, that's a big thing. Because you know, Artist Alley, most Artist Alleys, they only supply you the blank table and a chair. Everything else you have to set up for. Check out my buddy Vexingly Yours. She's done a couple of videos. She doesn't have a big YouTube channel, but Vexingly Yours is great. She has a lot of really good comic advice. Well, she does do comic advice, but con advice, because she does a lot of con reviews in the Texas area. So I totally recommend her. Go check her out. Her channel's small, but her shit's really, really good. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at the other questions. So that's like the basic bare bones advice I can give. I have technically only worked one con, but I am going back to San Japan this year, and then in January I will be doing Anime Impulse, and then hopefully in 2020, I'm hoping to get more cons under my belt. But I'm not going to be a full-time con artist because I cannot afford that. I cannot afford to invest that much in that and travel that much right now. Let's see. Any tips for Art Fight? Just do Art Fight. I came in at the dead ass end of it when I wasn't expecting to do Art Fight, and I've been doing them as like warm-ups and stuff to give back to people, so I don't have advice for Art Fight. I'm sorry, Ace Cat. Okay, wow, in October, that's when your wedding anniversary is. Time flies. Holy heck. Oh, I know, right? Like, I can't believe that, and that's why I have like a lot planned for October, because I'm super excited. Hi, I wanted to say that I've been watching you for a while, and you've helped me learn a lot about art, life stuff in general. You're a major inspiration. We thank you every day. Oh, well, thank you. Smetches, thank you. That does make me very happy. What was it? I was actually really flattered. This isn't a question, but I like looked up my username on YouTube in the auto fill in, and my like thing was like Twisted Disaster Motivation, which is what most people type out for the auto fill in to go through. And when I saw that, I'm like, I motivate people. Oh, my Kokoro. My heart in not weeb. Bitch, why are you still up? Bitch, I'm up because I woke up at like 10 p.m. I think. No, technically I woke up around 6 and then I fell back asleep. And then I woke up at 10. But my back is dying. And I'm here. So whatever. Let's see. Bree, I had a depressive sleep, okay? I went to bed at like 9 a.m. Baby? No, not 9. Definitely not 9. Probably 8. 8 a.m. my time is when I finally like passed out. And then that's all I remember. I remember waking up. Let's see. I'm crying for your school. I know. I was doing so well. Pastel couldn't even tell you. I was so proud. I was waking up at like 9 or 10 every day. I was sleeping right. It was great. It was great while it lasted. But that is my life. So what I'm planning to do today is I'm going to try to shotgun it. Because I have to go to the post office and mail out some stuff. I guess I'm not getting Fire Emblem because my post office is a cuck. So I'm getting it tomorrow. Which is fine. So, gotta do that. Gotta go shopping. Gotta clean the kitchen because Cody cleaned the apartment. I'm so proud of Cody, you guys. He like deep cleaned the apartment while I was passed the fuck out on Sunday. Oh my god, he super cleaned this apartment and I am so proud of him. Because usually it's just me. And the fact that he did that on his own without me asking made me like cry. It looks so good. I'm so happy. Slurping water because hydration station is good. And I'm gonna slowly be replacing my blood with coffee today. Let's see, crying for your schedule. I know. So hopefully I can fix it later. Yeah, Brie, you should be happy. He like full on deep cleaned it. He even like scrubbed the floors and vacuumed the couch. I'm like, oh, my baby. He still didn't do the laundry, but that's fine. He did everything else. So beautiful. I'm getting my first paycheck soon. So excited because I can finally commission you. Oh, well, Shenzi Bell, I'm not going to be open for a while because I still have a lot I have to do and I still have a lot of refunds to give out. But hold on to that money because I do plan on opening up hopefully around my birthday, depending on how many refunds I've done / commissions I've caught up with. Because honestly, I'm not kidding, guys. Once Sand Japan is done, that's it. I'm not doing any more zines for a while. I'm not doing any more NDA work. I'm not working on con stuff. I am just going back to commissions and YouTube and Twitch streams. But YouTube and Twitch streams are kind of the same thing at this point. Oh no, I didn't say. Don't YouTube. Don't hide my stream. Don't hide it. I said the evil word that you don't like. Slurps. My birthday's November 30th. And I will be 27. I am not ashamed of my age. I will be 27 on November 30th, and my husband's birthday is November 18th. He will also be 27. It's actually really funny. Our old anniversary used to be in November on accident before either of us knew that both of our birthdays were in November. So when we got married, that was also a really big catalyst to why we wanted in October. We wanted in October because we're also Hallotards. But we're like, we need to kick something out of November, man. This is too much. Oh, well, happy B-Day. Happy Birthmas. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's late. I shouldn't even sugarcoat it. It's late. Hey, congratulations. My soon-to-be aunt kicks my uncle when he tells people his age. What? Why? Will you be making a vlog of San Japan? Yes, I will. Because I'm also going to be with my friends. Because it's also the Zodiac Lord's 19th birthday, and the Steven Universe movie drops while we're going to be at San Japan, so we're going to have a viewing party, like, in his hotel room. Still, you shouldn't kick somebody over that. That's dumb. It's 6 a.m. in Texas. Well, congratulations, Tejas. Oh, my stomach is not sitting well with me. I should not have had Taco Bell. We had Taco Bell for dinner because I was too tired to cook. And by dinner, I mean we had it like... how many hours ago now? It's 4. We had it like 1. But hello. Do you guys have any more questions? Likes, comments, concerns? I'm gonna do it. Oh no! Who are you going to San Japan with? I'm going to be tabling with Holly Brown, on YouTube. She's also suffering like me. We're both feeling the con burn right now. Oh, Brie, no. But yeah, sadly, Brie couldn't join with us this year because since last year, since she won the mega table, she couldn't apply. But hopefully next year we can all apply together. Out of all of your characters, who has the most artwork done of them? Oh, hands down, it's Tetsu. It's because she's my oldest character, and, like, without realizing it, she became my mascot. So, and also because she's my oldest, she's the one I have the most commissioned art from. So, Tetsu, hands down. I mean, I love Tetsu, so I'm, like, not complaining. But she, hands down, has the most art, and I don't think anybody's gonna beat her for a while. Would you be purred if I commissioned you or subscribe to your Patreon? I want to choose the one that supports you better. Patreon helps a lot more than commissions, realistically, now. I still don't make a lot of money off Patreon, but I do make enough to where it does help. It helps so much, and I'm so grateful. So, yeah, Patreon is better. Do you animate? I do not animate. I am sorry. I do not really have animation tips here. I think TV Paint, from what my friends have said, is a good animation program, but again, I don't animate. But my drawing program that I love is, I love EASYPaintToolSAI. It's my bae. Been using that bitch for like 13 years. I recently moved to Sai 2, but it is still Sai. And I'm like that Marge Simpson meme. I just think it's neat. And trust me, I have concerns for my own sleeping habits too. And so do my friends. I know it is very much not normal. And I know when when the rest of my friends wake up and they see I'm still awake, they're going to be like, oh, you're up early. And I'm just going to be like, ha ha ha. And they're going to be like, you didn't go to sleep, did you? And, nope, that's my plan. I don't know where these accents are coming from. Who's your favorite artist? I have way too many to pick just one. Because I have tastes all around the board. So I like all kinds of art. I like cartoons. I like animation. I like realism, watercolor, animation. I am literally all over the damn place. We'll still be live at 7. What time? 6. Probably. Probably. Probably Brie. Because I have to go to the post office and supermarket. Go get dressed. Oh, I love Ringmaster too. Ringmaster is one of my favorites. And it's so funny. I always said that if anything ever happened where my stuff got like semi big, I know Ringmaster would be a fan favorite. And I'm so happy that he is a fan favorite because I love him. It's one of those things, like, I love him too, and when I can, like, trust people enough to tell him about, like, his entire backstory, people are just like, oh, I love him even more. It's funny, though, I realistically do not have a lot of artwork of Ringmaster because not a lot of people draw guys. And a lot of other people also, and I can't say I'm perfect either because I have issues drawing him too. He's supposed to be like, that's another reason why I want to go through and redo all of my mage bios. I mean, the info's going to stay the same. I just want to redo the art because I'm trying to make him like thinner. He's supposed to be really, really thin and lanky, like a beanpole. But yeah, my back is dying. I mean, yeah, because I can totally draw guys too. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm like laying back because my back is dying in my chair. I don't have one of those cool RDX racer seats. Thank you. Anna and I have wanted to do more podcasts. We just honestly have no idea what to do the podcast about. And ironically enough, I'm picking her up on Thursday, which is also why I need to really slingshot my schedule back around. I'm picking her up on Thursday, so she's going to stay here with me with a couple days and we're going to hang out. So who knows? We might do another podcast recording while we're here if if we can like get a good topic. How guys are impossible to draw? I mean, guys aren't impossible, they're just harder. Girls are easier to draw in retrospect. Because they're a lot curvier and more cylindrical and soft than a lot of guys are. I love your Twisted Dakota live streams. Me and my cousins listen to them. Thank you again. It just comes down to like a lot has changed with Anna's life too. Like currently, well, she's having a hard time right now. Currently, because their air conditioning got kicked out and they cannot afford to get it fixed because it was going to be something like nearly $3,000 to get their air conditioning fixed. So they're pretty much living the swamp cooler and fan life that I used to do every summer. And because of that, and because of Anna's medical issues, she hasn't really been able to do a lot of work, like at all, pretty much. That's why she's been doing a lot of stuff in her sketchbook on Instagram. It's like one of the few things she can do. So I know that's really hard on her. Another thing was that she moved her workspace into a shared workspace area. Now a lot of people use it as an art room, so it's a lot harder for her to do audio because she's not alone anymore, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that it's I'm kind of the same way. I know it sounds silly unless I'm doing audio with Cody because I live with just my husband. If he's like in the room and I'm trying to do audio, like if he's asleep, I can do audio. Like right now, I can do this fine. But like if we were in a case where I was streaming and like he was in his chair watching a game or something, and even though he had a headset on, like my own anxieties will be like, okay, I can't really do this with you around because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been able to like do that with somebody. And it's not in a like, oh, I'm gonna talk shit behind your back way. It's just like a weird anxiety, anxious thing. I enjoy your rambles and vlogs. Been watching them since last year too. Oh well, thank you guys. Yeah, I'd have to say realistically, I've been doing YouTube seriously since about 2017. But even then, not all of 2017. It was mostly like the summer of 2017 is when I really did it. I really did it hard because I've had this YouTube channel. I have had this YouTube channel for years. Like, I recently even had a thing where it was like, oh, your first video you ever posted was 7 years ago. And I'm like, ooh, that'll be a fun redraw, though. That would be a fun one because that was actually a commission for a friend of mine. That's still a friend of mine now. Lord, I need to stop yawning. I need to stop yawning so much. But, yeah, that, yeah, that's pretty much it. And the thing with Anna too is the whole YouTube bot thing is really annoying. Hello. But it's not just Anna, it's like hitting everybody I know. And like, this is something that I was talking about with some of my other YouTuber friends who have bigger channels than me, and we were chatting, and it is really annoying. You know, when it's one of those things where, but it's across the board, so it's not just us, but it's still annoying where it's like, oh yeah, I have, right now I have like 44K people, and my videos recently on average will get maybe 1,000 views a video when I have 44K. I'm not expecting to get 44K a video. That's insane. But there was a time when I was making an average of like 4 or 5K a video, and now I'm barely breaching like almost 2. Sometimes I don't even reach 1, and it is annoying, you know, because I was getting used to, which is my own stupidity, I was getting used to having a certain amount. Legally, I can't say how much I make from YouTube or else they'll take my AdSense away, but I was getting used to having X amount on average because that's what I was getting, and then it went down to I'm barely hitting the threshold. Like, a perfect example was this month when I got my YouTube money for this month. And the thing that sucks too is the analytics on your actual page are not accurate. My analytic page that I actually made told me I was making way less than I actually got. So I remember being like, I might not even hit threshold this month, shit. But then I got it, and it was like, yay, you made $20 more than last month. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. And a big problem is the fact that, like, I really don't want to be one of those people where I have to say like, comment, and subscribe in every video. But it has gotten to a point to where if you don't like and comment and subscribe, even if you hit the stupid bell, if you don't like and comment, the YouTube algorithm says like, oh, well, you didn't like and comment, so I'm only going to sometimes show you these videos. I can't tell you, I have had so many people pop up in streams or on videos or on, like, you know, or tweet me on Twitter or something where they're like, oh my god, I thought you were taking a break from YouTube because I haven't seen your videos in like 3 months. Or, oh my god, I didn't know you were still making videos, I only get dinged for the live streams. Or, what the heck, you're still active. And it's so annoying that this is happening, you know. And there's people who, like Anna, to where for a long time she had a channel bigger than me for the longest time, and she was very active, she was very, you know, responsive, she was very this and that, and then she kept getting dinged with the stupid yellow dollar sign. And a lot of people seem to think like, okay, you're just not getting paid. You know what, it sucks, but if that was the case, I wouldn't mind the yellow dollar sign so much. But what happens is when you get that stupid yellow dollar sign, it takes it out of YouTube searches. It takes it out of recommended, and it takes it out of the autoplay feature. So let's say you were never subscribed to me, right? But you're listening to something similar, and then, you know, in the top corner, it'll be like, you know, up next will be this. If you have that yellow dollar sign, that video will not show up. Even if it's a very popular, very liked video, it will not show up. And it's the same thing goes for comments and likes. And I really don't like, you know, again, I don't want to be one of those people that's like, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow all of my other social medias. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but those kind of things, like, the reason why people are saying that in their videos, they're not saying it to be assholes. It's literally because the algorithm will not promote the video anymore. Like, even if you hit the stupid bell, it's not going to promote anymore. And it's really annoying. Because, you know, I was making decent money off of YouTube. I wasn't making a lot, but I was making decent money, and that's completely gone. And I've had people be like, oh, well, that's just the summer. And I'm like, but that's a really drastic drop. And not just for me, for a lot of other people. To the point where I know, yeah, Anna hasn't made a video in a long time, but she told me too, even with her best video, she didn't even hit threshold. And it was getting to the point where she's like, okay, I don't have a lot of space anymore. I don't have a lot of this and that. What's the point of doing this when I know I'm going to get the stupid yellow dollar sign? I know half of my people aren't going to see it. And so she hasn't quit YouTube. It's just been hard. And I know a lot of other people who are like that too, who are like, oh, I want to do this really big thing and I want to work really, really hard on it. And then you work on this really big thing and you do all this work for it and you get everything done. And then nobody sees it. And it's not in the sense of like, oh, well, it just didn't do well because it was a niche thing. It's no, it doesn't do well because nobody freaking saw it. And that's what's really annoying. And I'm a big fan of Jacksepticeye, and he made a video recently talking about like how, you know, the YouTube gaming industry is dying and how it's completely changed. And like I've noticed it too, to the point where there are a lot of gaming YouTubers I don't really subscribe to anymore because their content just to me isn't as interesting as it used to be. But at the same time, as someone who makes YouTube videos, it's like, I get it. You don't want to spend, you know, 7 or 8 hours playing a video game, a game that you really like and you're having a lot of fun with, cutting it up into parts, getting it all edited, getting everything ready to go, getting ready to post it. You post it, and then it gets that stupid yellow dollar sign, or it's just fully unmonetizable. Or you do the thing where you'll add bleeps or you'll cut swears out. So now you're putting even more time into your editing, even more time into your, you know, a process that probably didn't take that long. Same goes for if there's like a nudity or blood or cursing in the game, you know, if you have to edit those out. And then when you do all of that, then it gets to the point where it's like, I'm doing all this work and I'm not getting paid for it. And it kind of kills the fun of it, you know? It's also why, like, Cody and I, we like, our vlog channel used to be a gaming channel. I say used to, I had like 2 videos on there, but we actually spent an entire day and we filmed for like 8 straight hours. We like timed things out to get a couple of Cuphead videos out because we were playing Cuphead on my computer. And we were doing all this and I was editing all of it, and it was so much work. I give freaking gamers so much more credit now than I used to, because I used to think that was the easiest form of YouTube, you know, but I'm like sitting here, I'm like, this is so annoying and I'm not even getting paid for it. So what was the point? And realistically, we weren't having that much fun. We weren't, because another thing too is like, I like playing games and I like streaming games with you guys. So does Cody. But we like doing it with games we've played because we're both very quiet gamers when it's games that we haven't played before. Like, I was streaming Bloodstained recently on Twitch, and I had a lot of fun with that, and I loved it. But there are a lot of moments where I'm just not talking because I'm just in the game because there's not much to talk about, you know? And the same thing was happening with a couple other games. And it got to a point where it's like, you know, if this is a game, I don't really want to stream it as a first impression. Like, I mean, I can't, because you can't stream from the Switch. But like I said, my Fire Emblem game is coming out now. And I'm super excited for that, because I'm huge Fire Emblem trash. I'm so excited, and I finally got a special edition and everything. I'm like so ready. But with that being said, even if I had an ability to stream on my Switch, I wouldn't do that for a Fire Emblem game, because hello, because I know I'm not going to want to talk. I'm just going to want to get immersed in it and enjoy it. So let's see. Let me look at the questions for a second. It's okay. I've noticed she's slowed down on YouTube, and yeah. Hello. Not sure if it makes much of a difference, but I've been showing my friends your vids. No, that does make a huge difference. That really does. Like, sharing videos on like Twitter, Twitch, and Discord and stuff. And oh no, the quality says it's really bad. Can you guys hear me okay? On the thing it says the video output's really low. So I hope you guys can hear me all right. But they know I was talking shit on YouTube. Ah! Susan, don't come at me. Okay, that's good. You seem to know the YouTube game pretty well. Hell, it's confusing to me, but I assume that Anna blew up before you did. But you were just new to the game and more, and it's hard. Yeah, it'd be better if you knew what you were doing, because no one gets to speak while trying something new, and that's why I believe reaction videos are fake. No one talks that much. Most reacting. Yeah, I feel the same way. And that's another thing too. Like, there's another YouTuber I really like. He's a horror movie YouTuber, and I think he's really funny. His name is Cody Lech. He's a smaller YouTuber. I think he's at like 50 or maybe 70K now, but I love his videos. And every now and then he'll do reaction videos, but he'll always say, he's like, I don't really know why people want reaction videos. I don't go like all out, but I will talk about it, and that's why I like his reaction videos. But he also does like horror movie kill rankings. He does horror movie rankings. He does video Patreon reward reviews for like horror movies his patrons pick. He's also into like the genre of horror that like I'm a big fan of, so I really like that, and that's what's really cool. But oh, I know. I'm just bad at promoting my stuff. And by the way, guys, if you want to support me at all, because YouTube doesn't, you can buy me a coffee or use my tip jar, link in the description below, or join my Patreon. And if you want to follow me on all other social media sites, click my link tree in the description below. Yeah. I don't know where that accent came from. There you go. There's my little promo for myself. I will be adding more to my online store, though, soon, because I have more charms I have to put up there because my tick tail's officially gone. So now I use Etsy. Your mic sounds good. Well, thank you, Batty Waddy. But yeah, another thing, too, is, like, yeah, it's annoying, but I still find this stuff fascinating and interesting and fun. If I full-on hated YouTube, which I don't hate, it's annoying, but I don't hate it, I wouldn't do it anymore. I am very much one of those people. Especially because I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube. If it got to that point, I really would just, like, finger quote, go get another job. Because I've done that in the past, and I'm a workaholic, so it wouldn't be a big deal for me if I got a part-time job somewhere. You get a couple thousand subscribers. Oh no, my channel is growing. It's just been stagnated really recently. I'm not saying my channel's dead or anything. It is growing. It's just not growing as fast as it used to because of all the algorithmic changes. Like, I'll have really good videos come out. Does Redbubble ship the items to you to make if you're taking it Comic-Con? They can, but realistically, it's better to go through a wholesaler than Redbubble. I love Redbubble. Hey, Redbubble, sponsor me. Been a fan of yours for years. But, with Redbubble, they give you a discount if you made the design yourself, but the discount is not worth it for wholesale. It's not. It's better to look through a wholesaler for that kind of thing. And a big problem with wholesale, too, is you need to be ready to pay a fat sum to make more profit. So you don't expect to get, like, 6 mugs. You're probably going to end up with, like, 80 mugs or something if you're making mugs. Or if you're making shirts, if you want to get, like, 6 shirts, you're going to probably end up with, like, 100 shirts. And you're going to be paying for that. Because that's how wholesale works. But Redbubble, I think, is a great starting site. Redbubble is what I started off with my store. And I love Redbubble. I also have a TeePublic as well. It's also Twisted Disaster, all one word, so it's easy to find me. But I really like it because they do a lot of things I can't do, like mugs and shirts and phone cases and tablet cases and all that jazz. So that's really good, and I think that more people should get into that, because if you can't afford an online store like an Etsy or a Store Envy or a Shopify, you're not making as much money as you would have been on Etsy, but they do all the hard stuff for you with TeePublic and Redbubble, to where all you do is make the art. That's all you have to do. They deal with refunds, you don't deal with refunds. They print the stuff and ship it, you don't print and ship it. You're just making the art for it. So, in that sense, it's a good starting off point, and that's why I still use it. Oh my god, you're a fan of Harry Potter? I forgot to ask you all. Hell yeah! I am a hardcore Potter tard. And I'm really excited because apparently for my birthday this year, I'm finally going to go to the Wizarding World. That's what I wanted for so long. I'm so ready. But yeah, I am going to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I'm a huge Potter tard. And on Pottermore, I am a Slytherin. And then when I did that fusion one, I was a Slitherclaw. I did not see part one in theaters, but I did see part two. I didn't see part one in theaters because at the time, I had a job. I had a job and I could not get it off. So I ended up missing part one in theaters. And I waited to see it until part two was coming out. So I remember what Cody and I did. Cody was the same way. He waited for me. So we got our tickets for part two when part two came out, and we rented part one, because back where Cody lived, there was an actual video rental store. Not why am I thinking Best Buy? It's not Best Buy. Blockbuster. It wasn't a Blockbuster. It was a mom and pop rental store. Which, by the way, guys, they do exist still. They do exist. They're out in the wild. But it wasn't Blockbuster. So we rented part one. We watched part one, and then we went right into going to see part two. So it was like one really long movie for me. And I think that was the best way to do it. I thought the thumbnail was a floating cat with no paws. Oh no, it's a running cat. I like editing stupid things for my stream thumbnails when they're chit chat streams like this. My dad and I went to see part two, but in the theater it got canceled. We did eventually see it. Oh, that sucks, man. I love just watching the movies around Halloween and Christmas time. Oh, same. It's a tradition for me. And now that it is going to be August soon, I'm going to start putting on Halloween movies in the background because I love Halloween movies when I'm not listening to Critical Role because, again, I'm trash. That reminds me, I should probably open up for pre-orders for my Splatoon charms that I just ordered. How were you when you left the theater after part two? I was literally in tears. I wasn't crying, but I did tear up. It did get me. It got me really hard. I actually, at that time, I hadn't read all the books. I had only read up to, I think, the third one. So, because for me, I watched the movies first. I'd never read the books. I watched the movies first. And then after Half-Blood Prince, because I hated that movie. Oh my god. I talked about it in my thing. What made the movie was the experience and Mac and Cheese Lady, but I did not. I thought that movie was so boring. And I remember, like, my friends who read the books, like, the book is so much better, and they always told me that, but I always, like, hated that excuse. And then I finally sat down, because my baby brother at the time was a huge Potter tard, and he did not like the movies because he was younger, so he didn't grow up with the movies like I did. So he read the books first. And so when he read the books and then watched the movie, he's like, they got so much stuff wrong. And ironically enough, my kid brother was because he got a set. He got a Harry Potter book set. And he got that book set and gave it to me. And he was like, I shouldn't say he lent it to me. And he's like, read them. And so I got through the third one. And I remember being like, wow, there is a lot more in the books. 'Cause I was already a reading tard at the time, too. You know, I'd read like crazy. And so I was like, eating them up like butter. But then at the same time, I was I know I was working. Was I in college, too? When Half-Blood Prince came out? Hold on. Or not Half-Blood. Deathly Hallows. Hold on. Deathly Hallows Part 1 movie air date. Okay, no. I was working part-time then, because that was when I was still in high school. I'm going to go on Amino for a bit. Okay, have fun. By the way, guys, I do have an Amino. I didn't make it. Some fans made it, but there is a Twisted Disaster Amino. And I do creep in it from time to time and just, like, check in on things, because I think it's cute that I have, like, a fan Amino. Oh, don't feel bad. My pen will be fine once it's charged. It's just totally dead. It's not, like, destroyed dead. It's just dead. And I don't know where my second pen is, because I never use the second pen. That was a video I was actually planning on making. I wanted to do, like, a Huion 1 year later Huion didn't, like, ask me to do this. I want to do this because I've been using this thing constantly. I'm a mod in the amino. Oh, well, thank you, Kasu. Also, hi, Kasu. How you doing? All this Fire Emblem. All the Fire Emblem spoilers. I think it's just Twisted Disaster. Because I didn't make it. It was a fan amino someone made. Let me see. Let me check. No, go away. No, 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 no. No, stop it. Amino! Hey, Amino, sponsor me. No. My icon isn't my normal icon, by the way. It is fan art that claim gifts. What is this? I got a reward? Okay. No, I don't want to use whatever that is. Okay. There we go. I also think it's great. Whoever did make the fan amino, they have, like, the Bioshock, not my tattoo, but it's close to it as the little, like, opening thing. What is this? What camera do you use to film your vlogs? Oh, it's some kind of Canon. I do not know. It's really old. I've had this thing for years. I've had it probably like six or 7 years. I know if you want to go digging, like deep dive digging in my YouTube channel, there is a Copic video of me working on Zeffy. It's a picture of Zeffy before I had a tripod and before I moved, I had to move out of my parents' house. And I believe I have like all the details of the camera in that video. I'm not talking, it's just music. And it's back when I didn't know how to draw Zeffy fat. Because she was always supposed to be fat, but back then I could not draw fat people. I have not played Dragon Age, but I tried. I wasn't a big fan, but I love Skyrim. I love Scheme. Which is why I am very, very excited for the new Elder Scrolls game they teased. I am hoping they do not fall out for the new Elder Scrolls game. And I'm like tempted to get back into ESO, but I'm not sure. Like, I have it for the PS4. I'm just not sure. Let me guess, she looked pregnant. No, she didn't look pregnant either. I just didn't know how to, like, draw her, so she looks really thin. It's actually really funny. Hold on, let me see if I can find, it's an old picture. But let me see. It's on my DA, where I actually have where you see, like, she slowly gained weight because I was slowly learning how to draw, like, fat people. And she is fat. Like, I'm not saying that in a derogatory term. She is fat in the sense that she was a life of luxury, and she had the ability to gain weight. Enjoy my DA. Yes, I still use Eclipse. Zeffy. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. It's still old, but you can see how she just slowly started gaining weight. And that was 2017, so because yeah, I tried to stay away from the whole pregnancy thing. But yeah, that's it. You can see that she just slowly gains her weight. Because I'm slowly learning how to draw fat people. She's well fed in her time. Yes, she is. She is a thick. Aw, oh, damn it! I was supposed to get apples from Anna. Hold on, I'm gonna see if she still has them. Because I totally forgot I was supposed to take some last time I was there. Hey, this is random. Well, ironically, like, Zeffy was always supposed to be big. She was always supposed to be big. I just didn't know how to draw them. And I remember that was something I would even tell people. Like, back when I first made her. It's the same reason why I couldn't get her hair done right. when I finally was able to like draw her hair super foofy, because it's supposed to be, her hair's supposed to be like really curly and really foofy. Let me see if I can pull that up as well. Because I can't draw, but I can see if I can pull up a good picture. Where is... Because I did technically redraw her bio. Same with my other one, Sam. Because I didn't make their outfits elegant enough. And I felt like they needed to be really elegant outfits. Okay, it's not Psy 2, is it? Is it Psy? Is it normal Psy? Is it this one? It says Zeffy, but this looks like I have Sam in it. Okay, yeah, alright, so we're gonna move Psy over. So these are just ideas I drew in early 2019. So obviously there's a lot I would change about this. Her lean, Sam's lean is so bad in this. But this was Samantha's updated mage outfit. Because after thinking about it, in the era that Samantha and Zeffy are in, they are both very much when the mages were treated with royalty, and I'm planning on making a contest at the end of the year that's a make your own mage / make your own demon contest. That more info will obviously come in December, but I want to get like a good contrast of it. So this was the idea for Sam's outfit. Even the lean is so bad on this. I am not proud of this. This lean is bad. But if you can tell, she can read my messy ass sketches. I don't even use this sketching pencil anymore. I gave her her long necklace. I changed it. She still has her cape, but her hair's down because she has really long hair. Most of the mages at the time did. I gave her more details and more fluffs, and this would have a lot of filigree on it. But a good example is when I do Zeffy's. Where's Zeffy's? Here it is. Alright, so here was Zeffy's idea for her updated one. And the reason why her boobs look so big is because she's bigger, so it's pushed up with this corset. But like you can see, I gave her like really long, really flowy, very thick hair. And I also added a lot of filigree to her outfit. So she still has the same basic outfit, but she's gonna have more like jangly bits and more fancy things to like, show that she doesn't really, walk around that much. She mostly like floats from place to place. It's also why Ringmaster doesn't like walking. But yeah, and then I decided